back to Coffee Kittens and Crafts. My name is Amber, and today we are going to be planning for the week of May 3rd through 9th in my dashboard happy planner. This is a classic size dashboard. And because Sunday the 9th is Mother's Day, I wanted this week to, in at least most of my different planners, really try to represent different aspects of motherhood. And I personally do not have any human children. And so one of the things that I wanted to represent in my dashboard this week was being a pet mom, because that is what I am. And so I found these super cute graphics. This pack, you can choose the girl, you can choose your hair color, style, skin color, and then they have many, many different kinds of animals. They have 5 or 6 different cats, 5 or 6 different dogs, and I think even bunnies and maybe birds. Anyway, it's super, super cute. I absolutely love it. And so I went with this little cat kind of represents my Pinkles to me. And then up here, we've got a little black cat. And so then I created these paw print art things. This black, by the way, is intentional. These colors represent my animals to me, and the black represents my black cat, Jagger. So anyway, this is what I've created for this spread, and I look forward to seeing how it comes out. So let's get started. So I don't know if I'm going to wind up using this or not, this audio, but I thought that I would take this opportunity to kind of hang out with you guys, do some like story time while I put this spread together. And since we're doing the whole pet mom thing, you know, I thought that I would talk about my pets a little bit. So I have 9 cats, which is kind of crazy. I am aware of that. And they're all rescues. I had 2 cats, and then, 2 like feral untamed strays came and moved on to the property that we were living on at the time. And one of them, surprise, came pregnant. And one day, we didn't really know that, but one day we had built a little house for them outside because it was winter. And one day my partner went out and happened to look in the little house, and there was brand new babies, and there was 6 kittens, and it was too cold out, so we brought them inside with the mom. That was an adventure. But long story short, the kittens, there was 6 kittens and like a young, unexperienced mom. And so we wound up having to take the kittens and hand raise them, bottle raise them from the time they were about a week and a half old. And it was absolutely our intention to adopt them out and not keep all of them. That didn't happen. So 2 of the 6 in the litter wound up passing away from health complications, but we still have 4 of them, and that is Pinkles, Blue, Donnie, and Jagger. And so some of my cats are more in my business than others. So if you follow me on Instagram, you see pictures of them quite frequently. But Pinkles and Jagger are the ones that are like the most in my planner stuff. They love to help me. And so, you know, you see them mostly on video all the time. And the other ones are a little bit more shy. But anyway, so now we have 9 cats because we had 2. And then we brought the feral cats inside, and now we have the kittens and their mom. And their mom is very friendly now. If you know her, if you're a stranger, then she's less friendly. But she was we believe that she was born feral and had never been in a house or anything. But she loves it now. They're all completely indoor cats. And the kittens, who we call them, they're actually 8 years old now, which is mind-blowing. But we call the kittens for obvious reasons, because they are their own cohort group, you know. Anyway, so they are just a gift to me completely. And, you know, on many levels, I consider them my babies. And I have actually had 3 miscarriages, and the likelihood of me having human children is pretty small, if like 0, if not 0. So anyway, I get to get my loving out on my babies, my pets, and my friends who have kids. I love to play with them because, you know, sometimes you gotta make do with what you have. So anyway, that's a little bit about my current story and my babies. And yeah, so do you guys have any pets or actual children? Whatever we're calling those now. And if you have cats, they're kind of like potato chips, right? You can't just have one. I haven't had one cat in so many years. I never set out to be like a crazy cat person, and on many levels, I'm not as crazy as some people are. I just kind of wound up with them. But I think that's kind of the best kind, you know? It's like when the universe gives you a passel of kittens, you learn to be a crazy cat person. So, and then this quote here, it says, if you can't read it, it says, "When I needed a hand, I found your paw." And I love that quote. It's so true for me. I've had several different pets in my life, and not the least of which being the kittens that we have now, that just, you know, in my opinion, basically saved my life and took me from being in a really dark place to just surrounded by love. So there's nothing like the unconditional love of pets. They're wonderful. All different kinds. I've had almost everything that you can have. I've had cats, dogs, birds, and a bearded dragon. So, anyway, I love animals. If you're still watching, one of the things that I'm considering for my videos, and you've seen me play with it a little bit, is when I am doing the sped up version, is like editing out the actual cutting of the paper. Because I feel like some people, you know, I don't know, at some point it gets a little redundant. I know that. But also it goes kind of quick on those other videos. And so I'm struggling as a content creator to figure out what's the balance between like making the video like long enough, because I don't know how much you know about the YouTube algorithm, but the YouTube algorithm does not like shorter videos. And so if you want to get your video picked up at all, you want to shoot for having them be at least 10 minutes long, which I struggle with anyway. And then to also cut out that makes my videos like 5 minutes long, which is not really long enough in my opinion. So anyway, I'm trying to figure out like how much do you mind watching the cutting of all of this stuff when we're watching a regular video, and or would you prefer to have it just go seamlessly, you know? Like, I think by now, because this video is probably going to get, well, obviously it's going to get posted in the first week of May. I'm recording it on April 22nd. And so I think that by the time you see this video, I will have done some like experimentation with editing out the cutting in a different way for a couple weeks, or at least a few videos. So if you've seen any of those, let me know what you think about it, because I would love to know your thoughts on what you think would be best for the channel. I'm so excited to be doing this. You know, I launched Coffee Kittens and Crafts March 1st of this year, and for those of you who don't know, or who might not follow me on Instagram, I just hit last week, so this is April 22nd, so last week I hit 1,000 followers on Instagram, which blows my mind, completely blows my mind. And then I hit 40 subscribers here on YouTube, which is amazing. I'm just so excited. I had absolutely no idea when I started that, you know, people would want to watch me plan like this so much. So it's really exciting to me. I feel like I found such an amazing family and community, and that was something that I really needed. So I really, really, really appreciate it, and I appreciate all of you guys so much, and everybody who likes and comments every day. I have a few of you that comment almost every day, and every time I see a comment come in, you just make me smile, because I feel like I'm really getting to know you guys, and like kind of I feel like a friendship. And anyway, so it just makes me really happy, and I appreciate all of the love and support, because it's amazing to me to be where I am just like a month and a half at the time you're watching this, like barely 2 months after I launched at all. My very first, like, I don't even remember what day my first post was, but I know that I made my accounts. Like, I literally made my YouTube account and my Instagram account on March 1st of this year. So I just really, really, really appreciate it, and you guys. I have had to kind of adapt my planning style, because I live in a pretty small apartment. It's like a mother-in-law apartment, basically, on a larger house. But my actual space is like right about 400 square feet. And it's just like one big room and then a very small bedroom. And so I don't have a lot of like planner space. This place that you watch me film on is my dining room table. And behind me, I have like a chest of drawers that has a drawer that I use for storing like my craft supplies. And then I have just like piles of different paper crafting things next to me. And then I store my planners and stickers like over there. But so that's why like I just don't have a lot of room for, oh, that's gonna look so good. Oh, I like that. I don't have a lot of room for sticker books. And so, you know, but I want to have pretty planners. And so I have had to just kind of get creative with adapting to what my space allows and what I want to do. And so that's where this kind of came from. I've been a paper crafter for a long time. Like I started scrapbooking when I was like 9 and I never really gave it up. And so I have like a lot of scrapbook stuff, which is how I started decorating my planner mostly. But then I really moved kind of more recently into this place where I do a lot of digital downloads. So like most of this stuff you see obviously is digital downloads of some kind. And then I manipulate it to whatever level I want to on my computer and print it out. And so I just like, what I do, I'll just walk you through my process. Since we're hanging out, I will scan each layout that I use. And sometimes on things like this, I'll scan each colorway just to, I won't necessarily scan every page of the planner. That would be crazy. But I scan each colorway so that whatever colorway comes up, like on this planner, you've got, here, I'll show you. In case you don't know, you've got like May is the blue stuff, and then you go through purple and pink, etc. So each time, each color that is present in each planner, I will scan into my computer so that I can just see how that color is going to affect the spread. I'm not somebody who really cares so much about there being color on my page, obviously. I mean, if you are one of them who is a major neutral planner, you've noticed that most of my planners are not. My big is this year, and that wasn't a selling point for me. But I do kind of like it, because previously I was using the Year to Shine planner that has like some serious color. That was my 2020 planner, and I'm redating some of it in another planner I have. I have more planners than I show on here, by the way, in case you were wondering. Anyway, so I will take the scanned in layout, and then I will kind of, depending on this, what I'm doing, but like on this particular thing where I had to create several of these things, like this I made by hand. I painted it on Photoshop, and so if it's something like that, then I will lay it out on the actual page that it is going to represent, like that I'm going to create. And that way I can make sure that whatever I print is like exactly the size I want it, and it's gonna fit the way that I want it to. And I really kind of started doing that because, primarily speaking, especially from my like personal side, I am primarily a big size planner. And I've said this before, but Happy Planner in particular does not really offer a lot of decorative accessories for the big planner. I'm just making sure I'm centered here for you guys. Yeah. Yeah, so Happy Planner doesn't really offer a whole lot of decorative accessories for the big planner. And before January of this year, I was exclusively in a big size. I had 4 big planners, and I currently still have 3. That big book that I use has 3. It's like a transformer planner, so I have 3 separate books in it. But the so anyway, let me see. I'm getting distracted trying to get these dates to still be visible behind this page. So anyway, I started doing kind of this style of more digital printouts and things because there was not a whole lot available commercially for the big planner. And so I was like, okay, fine. I'm a graphic designer. I'll just make my own. And I did. And here we are. Me doing my thing. Yeah, that works. I know that that's Saturday and Sunday. That'll work. Okay. I have kind of a trick when I lay things down the middle. I like to separate the pages a little bit. But it's really tricky to keep them that way. In fact, sometimes I will washi them, which I will do right now. I'll just show you how I do it. So, because I have to like, use the crafter's tape on that, it gets a little, I want to have them basically straight, basically lined up, and with just a little gap for the paper cutter. I think that's perfect. So then I will washi tape them down to the table. I don't always do this, but sometimes it's helpful. There we go. Okay. This is a washi that I'm just like not that into. Again, with my space, I just have to be like so conscious of what I have and what I'm gonna use and all of that I don't have a lot of washi. And I'm okay with it. I like it sometimes, but kind of meh most of the time. You might have noticed that I use washi almost exclusively to like mark my vacation and days off kind of thing. So I'm happy with it. I really admire the spreads where people use it a lot. For me, my brain just doesn't work that way yet. I haven't trained that muscle yet. I need to be lining this up here, don't I? Okay. There we go. We want to make sure I can see the days and it covers all the holes. And I think we're good right there. Whew. Okay, we're good. It's always a little nerve-wracking, right? Especially when you have a really long one And normally I would like be up over it, but I can't because I have a camera here. Because you guys are hanging out with me. So, okay, now what are we doing? So, interesting facts about me, if you're interested. I get distracted really, really easily. And part of that is because I actually had a traumatic brain injury. Pretty good one. And that was in 2011. And I kind of got back into plannering and all of that. And I definitely got into this creative side of it. I used to be a Franklin Covey person. So, you know, like no decorations whatsoever. But I got into this like creative expression outlet kind of planner stuff because of my brain injury, and it really helped me to recover and get my coordination back and stuff like that. I was pretty bad. I couldn't drive for like 5 or 6 years. I can drive now, I just don't usually choose to. It really tires me out a lot. So if I don't have to, I don't. But I am allowed, which is nice. That's a good improvement, right? But yeah, so I'm trying to decide if I want the ear of the cat like in the middle of the rose or right below. I think right below, because that's pretty. You can kind of see the rose behind. Okay. So anyway, my brain sometimes gets really distracted, and it's hard for me to like do multiple things at once. For example, talk and do this, which is why I do my videos the way that I do. And so I'm like trying this out because I thought that this spread in particular would be cute to tell you guys my like story about my cats, and also honestly kind of like test myself out and see if this is even an option. I can already tell that it probably is not going to happen too often, just because it's hard for my brain to talk and do this at the same time. But I'm doing it, which is really exciting, because I actually kind of thought that I wouldn't be able to, so yay. Okay, I'm going to briefly take a look at something here. Let me see. I just had to take a look at like what I had in mind for these paw prints, because I couldn't remember exactly what I was doing with them. But what I was doing with them was kind of this kind of thing. And then there we go. Paw prints all over the place. So cute. I'm really liking this dashboard. This is the first time, just like since I've been recording the dashboard videos, which I think was like the last week of March, is literally the first dashboard spread that's posted on this channel was the first time I've ever used a dashboard layout. And I like it a lot. I didn't think I would, but it works really well for managing everything I need to do for this channel and my Instagram and all of that. So anyway, I'm just looking at it right now and thinking, is there anything I want to change before I start sticking things down? I think if we put this on top of that, it'll be better. Yeah. That makes my brain happier. Okay. I like it. I like it. I like it. Do it. Anyway, I feel like I'm rambling. I'm sorry. Sorry if I'm rambling. Sorry if this is annoying. Hopefully it's not. But I've heard so many people say that they really like to like listen to people talk while they're doing their planner things, and then other people are like, do not talk to me while you do the planner things, which I understand. I understand both sides of that. I watch both kinds personally, and I understand the debate because I am on the fence. And so yeah, like I was saying, this video is kind of me trying to play with, can I even do that style of video? And I probably won't do it too often, but it's kind of fun to do once in a while. It's just a lot. I try to kind of batch my videos, so often you'll, at least every week, pretty much every week of spreads. So you guys would be watching 4 or 5 videos is pretty much recorded on the same day for me, because I have a bunch of stuff going on. I have 3 businesses, personal life, you know, all of that. And so I just don't have time to do this kind of stuff every day. So it would be a lot for me to try to like talk through all of those. So you'll definitely still be getting some of, or most of my videos without talking in live time. I might go back to voiceovers when my whole dental thing is done. But for now, this works. But for me, the whole like doing just music is a lot easier, especially if I have like a lot of busy stuff going on. So sometimes it will definitely still be just music sped up, because sometimes I just don't have time to do voiceovers and stuff like that. But I am considering, this is actually like, this video is kind of going okay in my opinion, and so I might, if you guys like it, occasionally do some like hang out with me, plan with me, listen to me talk. I don't know why you would want to, but that's okay. Oh God, that's so cute. I like it so much. Okay. It's always fun with these like boxes. I'm hoping within the next few months to be able to get, I think I'm leaning towards Silhouette, but if anybody else has a Silhouette or a Cricut cutting machine for your stickers, what do you think about it? And because I'm hoping within the next few months to be able to get one. Honestly, the biggest holdback is like, where am I gonna put it? Because right now we are doing a remodel of the apartment that I live in, and because for the last 5 years that we've been here, we have not had a kitchen. Well, we kind of have a kitchen, but we have like surfaces that we pretend are a kitchen. We have a refrigerator, we have like food storage, but it's not like a kitchen, you know? And we use the kitchen in the main house when we need it. But we are putting in an actual kitchen, which is super exciting. And when we do that, then I am going to have a crafting area and desk, which I really, really need. So I'm kind of putting it off a bit until then, I think, because I have, you know, I have not a lot of space for that in my life right now. I have a printer, but I don't have any place for the cutting machine to store it. So anyway, so I am hoping in the next few months to get a cutting machine, and then I am going to make like these boxes and things. I'll be able to print them on sticker paper, which will be so much easier. Like the cutouts, I can see myself still like hand cutting them out just because they're bigger, and so you go through a lot of sticker paper that way. But it is... Sorry, my brain is fuzzing out. I'm getting tired of talking. And so this is a brain injury thing where I just kind of like my brain goes out. These things use a lot of sticker paper, so I can see that I would still like cut them out by hand and then just use the cutting machine for smaller things. But we'll see how that goes. I am looking forward to it, but I'm mostly looking forward to having a desk and a craft area. It's gonna be awesome. So, and a kitchen. I'm really, really, really excited to have a kitchen because it's been 5 years since I've had a functional kitchen. So, anyway, that's very exciting. Okay. Just sorry, that's probably shaking the camera like crazy. So I think, am I all pasted down now? I am. All right. So now I'm gonna pull this up. There we go. Sorry. Oh. Okay, so now I'm gonna trim off the edges. And then I'll cut the pages apart. Ugh. I don't know why or where or how, but I've like lost my good scissors for this. So I'm using these, which are like not awesome. And I have no idea where they went. So I ordered more and they'll be here soon because Amazon saves the day. But for right now, we have these, which are not awesome. But we're working with it. Okay. Kind of nicked the side of the paper there. Oh well, it happens. So, it's so cute. I love it. I love it. All right, now we're gonna get the paper cutter. Make sure it's in frame. Yes. That's so hard for me sometimes. Sometimes I just get going and I'm like in the flow and I like completely forget to check the camera, which happened last week, I guess. Oh, I was so sad because like half of the video had part of the paper off the screen and I was so sad. There we go. So, and it looks like I left just enough of a gap that there's not it just cut really nicely. That's great. Okay. Now here's a trick. Again, you've probably seen me do this a couple times by now, but here's a trick I just started using. And that is very weird. I'm sure this is very weird, but I will take this punch and do it upside down. And the reason why I am doing that is because you can see in the bottom of the punch, if you take the bottom thing off the cover, you can see all the holes. And I'm just cleaning these from last time out of there. Normally I try to do that the moment of. Okay, so why I do this, and I do it specifically on pages like the monthly, because I've had a couple that didn't punch correctly. They were kind of off, and then the papers kind of struggle to stay on the ring. And so that is why I started doing this, was so that I can like stick it in and then I can see through the holes to line it up like perfectly, or try to. So as long as it's like mostly perfect, then there's no problem. But I just like to, and then you can like flip it back over and just kind of hold it in there and punch. But see, so it's like perfect. And there's a little bit extra room because I left that gap on the paper. But anyway, that's what this is about, if you were wondering, because I'm sure it looks weird on the video. I have no doubt that it looks really weird, and that's why I'm doing this. And then I like pull these out so I can line up the next sheet. And the other thing is, like, if you use a lot of the crafter's tape, then you have like kind of all this gunk in here. It's not the best, honestly, but I think that you probably experience similar with like sticker paper down the middle too. So crafter's tape is just especially gunky, and so if you're doing a lot of middle decoration with your crafter's tape, then your punch gets a little funky. And so I like to open up the back anyway for that, and if you just like spray it with some alcohol, it tends to cut down that adhesive a bit. Pro tip. Okay, where is that? Right there. There we go. Okay, I'm happy with this, I think. Yes. Did it? Oh, wow. There we go. That's it getting gunky, by the way. Kind of like sticks. There we go. All right. So let's pop it on the discs and see how it turned out. It's so cute. I love it. It's like all of my little babies in a spread. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you liked it. I hope that you enjoyed listening to me talk. And if you did, then I will consider doing more of them of this style in the future. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell icon down below so that you are notified every time I upload a new video. And I will see you next time. Have a great day.